All right. What's going on, family? How's everybody?
Pretty good, pretty good. Hey there.
Good
What's
evening.
Hello,
good
hello.
evening? Good evening. Good evening. The family coming on in. Family coming on in. All right, all right. We're gonna be getting started in just a moment. We're gonna have a good turnout today. I opened up our private network to the public today on my page, so we're gonna have some guests in here today. We're gonna have some guests on the call. So you guys can send out any last minute invites you need to do to anyone that you have sent the link out to. We're gonna be getting started in about 5 minutes. So we'll get started around 10 after, give everybody the opportunity to hop on. So if you need to get some water, get you some notes, go ahead and put everything together. We're gonna be getting started in about 7 minutes, 10 after. We'll give everybody the opportunity to hop on so we can get started. Please, ma'am, please, sir. We're gonna do roll call here in just a minute, but after you introduce yourself, we'll do that in about 5 minutes. Once we do roll call, please mute out your lines, and please turn your cameras off if you're in an area that might be noisy or anything like that. Please make sure your line is muted and your cameras are off. All right, so we'll get started here in just a moment. Well, welcome to the base call. Welcome to the base community call, family. We'll be getting started in just a second. All right, everybody just hop on, guys. If you can state your name and when you're calling from for us, let's go ahead and start our roll call. We're at 5 after. You state your name and when you're calling in from.
Name is Joseph Hall, calling in from Salisbury, North Carolina.
What's up, broski?
What's
Oh,
going on with it?
oh man, that's my partner right there. That's my brody. Man, me and Joe Hall go back to 7th grade, 6th grade pictures with the peace signs up, yo. That's my
You
partner.
better know it.
What's up, baby? Glad to have you on the call, man.
Oh, most definitely, bro. Just know I'm proud of you, man. I'm
Thank you,
proud
bro.
of you, bro. Like
Thank you,
real talk,
fam.
man. Hey, you come from that era, bro. Like I know where you come from, bro. I'm proud of you. I salute you. I mean, to
Uh,
the fullest. Like you really that one to show everybody it's possible.
Thank you,
All you gotta
family.
do is put the work in.
Put the work in, baby. I working. You already know. That's where it
Already,
comes
bro.
from.
Salute.
I appreciate it, family. I appreciate it. So we got my brother Joe Hall on from Salisbury, from the Stomping Ground. All right. Anyone else?
Danya Hector here from Statesville, North Carolina.
Diamonds are forever.
Diamonds up there.
What's up, sister? Glad to have you on.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
All right, y'all can continue the roll call. I'm gonna pull up my laptop while we get started. Go right ahead.
Echo Sims calling from Houston.
Miss Echo. Good evening. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How's everybody doing?
Doing amazing. We'll be in your neighborhood in just a minute. You already RSVP? You ready for the event?
Unfortunately, I'm gonna be in Georgia during that
Oh
time. Yes.
no. You gotta cancel. You gotta reroute.
If I would have known, I would have pushed it back. I would have.
You gotta abort the mission. You gotta abort the mission. Come on now. You gotta be in the place.
I need to.
All right, we're gonna have to catch the next one.
Yeah,
All
definitely.
right. All right. All right. We're glad to have you on.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Next person. Where you calling in from?
Wilson from Kings Mountain, North Carolina.
That's Tracy. What's going on, sister?
Going on.
All right, glad to have you on. Tracy gonna be in the place. She flying in from North Carolina to Houston, man. She gotta come get in the room. She gotta come get in the room. That's what I'm talking about. All right, anyone else?
Lynn Chandler calling in from McKinney, Texas.
Come on, Lynn. How you doing, darling?
I am absolutely wonderful and I will be there for the event.
Hey, come on now. Don't get me excited now. Don't get me excited, Ma. Don't get me excited. Don't tell me you're gonna be in the room. Come on,
I
come
will be
on.
there.
That's what I'm talking about. I am looking forward to that. That is
Me
gonna be
too. Me
beautiful.
too.
I could be good to give you a big hug, get to hug your neck. I ain't
Yes.
seen your face in a little
In a
bit.
minute. In a
In a minute
minute.
or two. In a minute or two. That's beautiful. Well, glad to have you. All right, all right. That's the man that did me good right there. All right, who else we got calling in?
Hey
This
there.
is Angie Jenkins from
Miss
Vicksburg,
Miss
Mississippi.
Jenkins, what's going on, sister? So, man, I tell you, I had to put out an APB on this one right here, man. This one right here. Ooh, wee. Well, I'm saying,
Cut it out.
I'm just glad she here. I'm glad she here.
That's right. That's right.
All right, we're gonna have my sister Miss Jenkins in the room. She gonna be coming in too. And you in Mississippi, right? Mississippi?
That's right. Mississippi.
Lord have mercy. Man, you know, it took us forever to learn how to even spell that word. Now you're gonna be flying in from there. I
That,
appreciate you.
that's right. That's
I
right. I'm
appreciate you.
excited.
Oh man, it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful. All right, who else we got there? What was that, Kristen? Was that Kristen in her?
Yeah, there was. Hey there, Kristen
What's up?
Berkeley.
What's up, sister? Tell them where you're calling in from.
I am calling from out of the Houston area. I just
Mm,
heard the
mm.
young lady there, but I'm also from Mississippi, Jackson, born and raised.
Got all that good old country cooking going on in the call.
Exactly.
All that good cooking. I'm scared of Mississippi, man. I might pick up some weight going on over there. Y'all know how to put a weight on the brother,
As
man.
you should.
I'm trying to work it off. Y'all know how to put it on. Chris in first class, man. One of our CPAs and Linda that'll be in the event. She's one of our keynotes that'll be speaking at the event. Glad to have you on, sister. Looking forward to hearing your talk at the event.
Whew, I know. In between trying to get these last few tax returns out of here by the late filers.
Don't be talking about our people now. Don't be talking
Look,
about
I'm
our folk.
still in here right now.
As long as they get it in there, that's what they got you for. That's what they pay you the big
I
money for.
know, I know.
They ain't got to be on time. They got you.
Oof,
You know what to do.
oof.
All right, who else we got on?
Lisa Pride also calling in from Houston, Texas. Kristen's partner in crime down
Yes,
here.
ma'am. Yes,
Okay. How you doing, partner in crime? Looking forward to seeing you.
Down here saving the world one house at a time.
ma'am.
Yeah.
One house at a time.
We be out here in these streets, y'all.
That's what I'm talking about. The best at it. Best at it. Looking forward to you gonna have a good talk. I know a lot of people want to hear about the construction loans and the process, Chris. So you're gonna have a open audience with ears to hear your talk for sure. No pressure though. No pressure. No
Look,
pressure.
you hear me over here talking about, woo. Y'all know how I do. I got it.
No,
I'm ready though.
I know. I already know. All right, state your name and who else you calling from.
Eric Como calling in from Dayton, Texas.
Okay. Welcome to the call there, brother. Calling in from Texas. We got a lot of Texas on the call tonight.
Yes, sir. Right on.
Good
Yeah.
stuff. Glad to hear it. All right, who else we got on tonight?
Aiden Smith calling from Houston, Texas.
That is the Aiden Smith right there, ladies and gentlemen. That is the Aiden Smith. You talking about a gentleman and a scholar right there. Y'all gonna be reading about this gentleman in history books. I'm telling you. This gentleman right here is first class. Glad to have you on, champ.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Terry, you can see me. I'm coming in from my computer.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
I love the mix today, man. We got some that's in the project already. Eric, you see Crystal McCartney on there, Christian. We got the family in the house and some that's looking to get in. But man, this is a great room tonight. I'm excited about it. Who else we got on the call?
Good evening, this is Priscilla Surgeon, and I'm calling in from Fayetteville, North Carolina.
All right. Hey, Miss Surgeon, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm very good. Hope you are.
Oh, absolutely. We doing great.
Hey,
Marcus Hunter
Terrell.
from Orange Park.
Who was that?
Marcus Hunter from Orange Park, Florida.
Okay, Florida. Marcus, welcome to the call, brother. Welcome to the call.
What's going on? That's my big cousin right there. What's up, family? Hey, that's the one Terrell who introduced me to track and field, man. If it wasn't for that gentleman, I would have never became a gladiator.
Man, just healing up right now.
Showed you how to hit them hurdles.
Oh man, I was the hurdler. Marcus was the sprinter. Marcus had us scared to take our shirt off when we was coming through high school. He walked around with adult muscles. We were still kids. He had grown folk muscles when we was in high school, man. We couldn't do nothing with him. We couldn't do nothing with him. All right, I think I'm ready. All right, cool. All right. All right. All right, who got on?
Hey, Sloan, this is Alicia. I just jumped on too.
Hey, what's up, sister? How you doing?
What's up? I'm good, thank you.
Good. Glad to have you on. The Alicia right there. Now, the guys, that's our celebrity right there. You know, Alicia, she that's a celebrity in the room. She real humble about it, but that's that one. She that one.
Y'all are the celebrities. Y'all are doing the biggest things. I can't wait
Wow.
to be part of it. So
Oh my God, man. Listen, if we can just get an ounce of your influence, man, we going to the moon.
thank you.
That's the truth.
Absolutely. All right, who else we got in?
I see in front of the class come in.
Hey family, I'm having trouble with my device. That's why I couldn't unmute. This is Crystal from Palestine, Texas.
Okay, Crystal McCarthy. Is that Crystal McCarthy?
Yeah, that's sis right there.
Hey bro,
Yes, sis. How you doing, baby?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. You coming to Houston, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm just checking now. We're gonna be calling you. If I don't see you pull up a day early, I'm walking to your house. You better be in the room.
I know, right?
All right, that's what I'm talking. And all you guys is already for the event. Make sure you RSVP, please, ma'am, please, sir. We got it set for 100 people, and we want to make sure your seat is reserved because we will cut it off at 100. And so, man, I'm so excited about that event, man. You talking 150 years of experience in one room, guys. I mean, that's just gonna be powerful. I mean, if you had to pay for this ticket, this is an easy $5,000-$10,000 workshop ticket, easy. Anybody on that fly could be a keynote from former city planning managers for the city of Houston. The replatter sits on the advisory board with the city of Houston. You're talking about, making sure you got your trust attorney and all that put together to make sure you know how to put your assets in the trust. I mean, you're talking everything you need to make sure your project is Trump tight. And so please, man, please RSVP. It will be a VIP dinner for all the investors and partners that we'll have Saturday. We'll get into that, but make sure you guys RSVP early, please. All right, who else we got in here? Oh, okay. All right, we at 15 past. All right, it's time to get started. Anybody else before we get started? I see my brother Tremaine on. What's going on, brother? Okay, man. What's up, brother? What's up, man? We got brother Jermaine. He might be in the gym coaching or something, right? He might not be able to come off of mute, but that's one of my brothers here in North Carolina. It's good to see you on, man.
What's up, Sloan?
How you doing, family?
I'm good, man. Always good to see you, bro.
You too, man. Glad you slid in the back door, man. You talking about a brother so smooth, y'all. I mean, this boy have on suits and look like he walking with bedroom slippers on, man. Jermaine so smooth with it, man. If I could just get half of your smooth, man, I know I'm going in the right direction, Doc.
I'm trying to be like you. You know it.
That's a good bro. I see my brother-in-law is on. I see Maurice Tate on. What's going on, brother? I see Reese done slid in.
What's going on? What's going on, man? Just leaving the gym, man. Man, you know, I just left the field with them boys. Man. I just got in here. They keep me running, man.
Got you.
That's gonna be the mayor of the city one day, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure y'all get his autograph now. I promise you, he's gonna be the mayor of the city one day. It's in your future. That's
Oh man.
that's Mayor Tate. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Ladies, and we appreciate everybody hopping on again. This is a private real estate syndicate group that we open up to the public today. I gotta put it on my heart earlier, man, just to open this up. We've been working on this project quietly behind the scene for a year and really took it on strong the last 9 months to get it to where it's at now. Some of you guys saw it on my page where we posted up earlier that the deeds are registered. Man, just a beautiful feeling, man, when you see your legacy, you know, your name attached to the dirt. True ownership is about owning the dirt and having yourself in a position. Because face it, guys, one day we're gonna leave here, right? And you know, that job, I'm telling you, you can't pass that job down, true or not true. You just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't own it, you can't pass it. And one thing we want to be able to do is be able to build a legacy and put our families in a position that they can win while we can be here to enjoy the fruits of our labor, but also make sure we wrap up our assets with the proper legal protections, with the trust and everything we need to secure the assets, minimize taxation, and be in a situation we can really stack our wins. And so today we open up our private network from those that's already invested into the project with us and been here for the ride from the beginning to the public, because we only have 7 lots left out of this 30 pack that we started with. Guys, you talking about we haven't even put the shovel in the dirt yet. And, you know, 2/3 of the project is already gone, right? So we clap our hands and we thank God for that blessing. But it was on our heart today to say, let's open it up for the people who've never seen this before and just want to know, how did we do it? And how do you do it? So that's what this call is for. So take notes. Again, keep your line muted if you can as we go through the presentation. Save all your questions for the end. If you could turn your camera off so there's no interruption through the presentation, I promise you, we'll do a Q&A on the back end. But we're going to go through exactly what base is. Terry, I'm not sure if you see that, but it's like a square in the middle of the screen. Can you see it on your side where it's blocking? There you go. It was blocking some of the presentation. Gotcha. It's going now. But we're going to go through what we're working on here in base and who we are as a company and what the opportunity is in Houston and how to be able to leverage other people's money. So I want you guys to write this down. OPM is something that we're going to talk about of how do you leverage. I was watching a clip the other day before we open up and it says this, and I want you guys to write this down and remember this, right? It says the lower class spend money, right? They always spending, always spending more money than what they have, right? Buying a bunch of consumer goods that depreciate. The middle class, they just always focus on saving money. They think they're gonna save forever. But the unfortunate part of that, saving money, you can't get ahead, right? You know, the inflation, you know, is higher than the interest rate that most people money sit at. So you're losing buying power. So in your mind, you think you're getting ahead by saving, but in reality, your money is shrinking. It's an oxymoron. They always say, you know, the higher class, the upper class is always investing, which is always key. You got to invest money to multiply, right? So money makes money, right? And investing. But write this down, man. It says that the elite know how to leverage money. And that's the key we're going to talk about. When you look at all these buildings and skyscrapers and everything like that that's built around this country, none of that is used from saving money or just investing. It comes from leveraging, using other people's money. OPM is how this country was built, right? And so we're going to talk about how to use the bank money to be able to build your legacy and make sure you manage that properly to be able to put your family in a winning situation. So let's take it away, Mr. Terry Bilbo. This is my partner, manager partner base. Located right there in Houston, Houston, Texas, and you know the heart of his real estate background is what we leaned on to develop this project. Our partnership came together with my financial background of being in the industry 20 plus years, his background of being in real estate 20 plus years, and we built this beautiful real estate syndicate, teaching individuals how to use their money to secure assets. So, Mr. Bilbo, let's take it away. So let's introduce the people to base properly.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, guys, I'm Terrell Bilbo. Like I said, I'm the other half of base. And today, I think we had an amazing day today. We were down in Prairie View, had some meetings with the mayor, and I was talking to Sloan earlier today, and we just was talking about the level that we're doing business on. You know what I mean? And I told him, and it says no cap. We ain't trying to front on nobody. We're not trying to high side in any kind of way. But I said, if you really, really think about it, the average person, or the most people, will never do this type of business in their life, this level of business in their life. You know, and I think, and that's what gets me excited. And then I just think about my 22 years in the business and all the ups, downs, and sideways that we've been through. And the biggest thing that came to mind and dropped in my spirit today is finish. Finish. The difference between the great ones and the ones that are just good is the great ones finish. And guys, going through this process, if you could have looked behind the door and looked behind the curtain and see the ups and downs and the 2 o'clock 2 a.m. phone calls, me and Sloan strategizing and doing and jumping over every hurdle that came my way, you will understand what it means to finish. And guys, right now, the reason why we're having this call is because, guys, we're at the finish line. We're at the finish line. These 30 lots that we started talking about, 2-3 months ago, we're down to 7, right? We're at the finish line. And it's just exciting to me, man. So I just had to share that with y'all, man, because it's like to really understand what it takes to do this. I want you guys to understand that's the benefit of having a partner. That's the benefit of partnering with Base, so you can get that information. You can get that inside information, look behind the curtain, so you don't have to make the same mistakes that a lot of people make in this business, right? So when you look at Base, what are we about? Base is a development company focused on building high demand products in underserved markets in strategic areas in Houston and Prairie View. Like I said, we just came down from Prairie View, man. It has some exciting news, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But we're raising about $2 million for this particular project. And again, that's only to allow a certain number. We open about 500,000 of that to allow, the community to come in and participate with us. Right? Because that's what's more important. Like, we can sell real estate. We could have done all of this, just closed door, put it on the market and sold it. But we said we want to build a syndicate of people, right? So when we talk about what are the problems that we solve here at Base, right? Critical housing shortage. As of 2024, Houston is facing a shortfall of 90,000 affordable houses, entry level. That's 350 and lower, right? So if you think about what's going on in the market, interest rates have been sky high, so people can't really afford to own property. So we want to tackle that affordable housing market, 90,000 homes. We just said we got 30 on the lot right now. We're not putting a dent in it, right? So learning how to do this right now, true or not true, if you learn how to do this and it's 90,000 is the need, could you do this for a long time, right? That's what we're doing. So we want to teach everybody how to do that. And then when you look at student housing, across HBCUs, we're starting at Prairie View, but across HBCUs, you're looking at a minimum of 15 to 2,000 bed shortage. We just came down from Prairie View again. They're about 4,000 bed shortage, right? So it's all about understanding where to go and what to put your dollars in, right? So when you talk about Third Ward, Prairie View, all of these underserved strategic areas that need development, right? Where you live right now, somebody had to think about that, somebody had to design it, and somebody stepped out and went did it, right? We want you guys to be the people that step out and go do it. So we build high demand entry level homes so we can serve these underserved communities. So population growth. If you look at Houston, right, we are one of the fastest growing places in the U.S. It might be bad for traffic, but it's good for us because all these people are going to need some place to stay. So that's good for us. And then you talk about the educational institutions, TSU, University of Houston, Prairie View, all within 45 to an hour away from each other. So what is that need that's right around each other in our backyard that we can dominate as a unit? We can all do this as a whole. So, tackling the housing demand, making sure that we're not just buying a piece of dirt because it's cheap. We're understanding where we're buying this dirt, what's coming to the area, what that appreciation will look like in a couple of years. So when we bring our syndicate, when we bring our investors in, we've already done that due diligence for you, right? We encourage you to do your own due diligence, know what the project is about, but trust and believe that we will do that before you guys come into the fold, right? So in this launch phase, again, we just opened that up for 500,000. Again, just to get the community in. You can lock in your lot right now for 25,000, and that comes with a lot. But after this phase is over with, guys, and just to be in a part of the base and the other projects that we're working on, you'll get a simple 10% return in 12 months or 24 months, just depending on how you want to come in. So, guys, if you see something tonight that you like and you want to make a move on it, I suggest you do so. All right. So I'll let Sloan take it from here.
All right, good stuff. Good stuff. Can you hear me all right, brother?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. So as Bilbo was saying in that last slide, we on the tail end. That's why I called this. Everybody I sent the message to, this is the final call, right? So as we wrap up this project, you guys are on the front end of what's happening. As Bilbo said, the 25,000 is deposit towards your lot. We'll go through the details of what all that entails with that, a lot of your soft costs. But after that, right, after you take down your lot, and there's only 7 left out of 30, right? The only thing that's going to be available is to be able to invest capital. That's it. So no dirt, no ownership, just a revenue opportunity to invest capital, get a 10 or 15% rate of return. So what does that mean? That's a $100,000 minimum going against the $1.5 million that'll be left for this particular project. And that goes into the construction of the development, all your civil, your plumbing, all everything, your roads, everything that's tied into that, right? That's a group economics portion. You can invest and get a 10% rate of return on your money. Over 12 months, you'll get quarterly interest only payments, and then the balloon payment on the 13th month will maybe due to you. Or if you want to, have a larger rate of return at 15% after your 24-month period expires, by that time, the 25th month, you'll get a balloon payment at the end of the term, which will be 100% from our CPA, truly transparency and ledger of just ROI on your money. You follow me? So it's two different offers. One, you can invest and have ownership in a piece of dirt with a $25,000 deposit down payment on your dirt and cover your soft costs that comes with your plans, your permits, your civil engineering, everything that's needed to develop that lot. That $25,000 deposit helps lock that in for you to have ownership for the equity after the build. After that expires, which will be this week, following that event Friday, Bob, between now and next Friday, all 7 lots will be gone, right? That's why we call this the last call. So if you see an opportunity to be able to have ownership, you could do so, no problem, right? If you want to just invest and just have capital invested, no problem. This would be your option to be able to invest at least 100,000 to get a ROI and a rev share off the profits of the profits of the project. All right, go right ahead, Bilbo. All right, so let's move this along. All right, so where are the funds going? So we have 2 different projects we're going to share with you guys tonight that we're doing in base in our syndicate. One is being our affordable housing project with Laura Koppe. We'll show you some pictures, and this is the project that you guys saw on my page today. The second one is the Prairie View, right? So this is our student housing. We call this the Legacy Loft. You will see it here in just a moment. Beautiful, beautiful building that we're building out with some proprietary technology with a company that we're working with out of Canada that will be able to build this structure in about 18 days per building. And so the capital goes into that project to be able to help these students have some housing so they can be able to further their education. Win-win for the university and a win-win for the construction company and any other future investment that we see. Right now, we're about to take down another acre or 2 that's right around the property. Once we close this one out, we're going to move everybody else from the event in October to our new project. That's why we're closing this one out now, because we're going to open up another one, and everybody at that event will get a chance to take down the second project. So that $2 million capital goes into future investments, which our network get an opportunity to be able to be a part of. Okay, so these are what the funds are going throughout the project. All right,
so
let's
bro,
take.
I had to add this for you. I had to add it in, bro.
You done slid one in on me.
Add it in. So because like you said, you sent it to me and like that's what the post was about. It just hit different. You know what I'm saying? I want you guys to really look at this and understand what it looks like to bill for your last name, not your first, right?
Come on, man.
This is what it really looks like. Right here. This is what it really
Come on, man. Hey, man, when I seen that, when that email came through, boy, I had to sit back and take a deep breath, man. Shit. Man, listen, guys, do you realize this is a registered situation with the city of Houston that says this subdivision forever? You know what I mean? You talking about it's deeds that are recorded. When we looked at some deeds, when we bought this property, it was some deed restrictions and deed notes from 100 years ago. You talking about these people been dead and gone, and we're still reading the work that they did 100 years ago. We don't even know these people. But that's what we talk about legacy. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what this was about. These deeds here, this is what we want you guys to have. You got to have something for your last name, right? And that was the beautiful part of legacy. I appreciate you putting that in there, Doc. That's good stuff, because this is what it's all about. So all of you guys who come into the base project, this is what you're going to have. You're going to have your own situation with your name on it, and you're going to have ownership of your property for your family. Guys, I built MLM companies. I've been in MLM since I was 18 years old. I'm 40. And when I look at the reality of it, you can build something for somebody else your whole life and never own nothing. And never own nothing. Because one thing for sure, you don't own your cash flow. You know what I'm saying? You don't own your cash flow, right? So when you make, if I make 50,000, I make 100,000 from this job or this company. If you don't own the ATM that's printing the money, you don't own nothing.
Beautiful.
You're renting space to make money. You know what I'm saying? People are renting your talent to be able to make some cash flow to feed your family. Until you understand ownership is the only security that you really have, you ain't really started building no legacy yet. Hello.
Yes, sir.
You ain't started. So I appreciate this because this is the structure that we're building. Man, isn't she lovely? Put some hearts in the chat, guys, if you just feel like this is absolutely beautiful. This is luxury affordable housing. This is a model that came out of Punta Cana that we took this model, and these masters of what you've seen is already approved by the city of Houston. They're already approved. So we could take this, good God almighty, boy, we could take this particular model and build it anywhere in the city of Houston that we desire because the city has already approved the masters. It's done. So we have some floating staircases that's going to come up through there. You'll be able to see it in a minute. But go back one more time, Terry. Before we go to this one here, let me just ask y'all a question. Y'all can put it in the chat. Would you live in something that looks like that? Let me say this first. Would you live in a home that looks as beautiful as that? Would that be okay with you? Like, would you feel comfortable if one of these imaginary cars is on this picture right now? If you drove your car up and went into that driveway to walk into that beautiful home with the high ceilings and all the windows and casing, would you be okay with that? So let me ask you the second question. If you would be okay to live there, do you think if you were to lease it or to rent it out to someone else, do you think they would be okay with living there? You follow me? Because a part of our strategy in real estate is to be able to do a cash out refi, right? So you could build the property and take the equity out of the property up front and have someone else pay the rent. And you're just floating that cash flow and you already put the money back in your account. See, this is what we're talking about of how do you really build something that you own and have residual income coming in for the lifetime of your project. Guys, that's true ownership. That's true generational wealth. This is legacy. So go to the picture, man. Every time I look at that, Terry, go back one more time, man. I'm sorry. Just let me look at it one more time. Can you just go back just one? Good God Almighty. All right, I got it now. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. So that deal right there. So we're gonna build that out. And in that subdivision, there's 3 subdivisions, right? 18 on one side of the street, 12 on the other side of the street, because our property is split between Laura Koppe, the road. And so when you look at this is what you're going to be pulling up to. You see the high ceilings, the floating staircasing. So this is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath model, right? Which has a flex space. It can be a 3rd bedroom if you want. So it has 2.5 baths, 1 bath, half bath downstairs, 2 full baths upstairs. Guys, this model is so beautiful and such a beautiful facelift. A gated community. We'll have our own HOA, right? We have a property management company that's going to manage the property. So all you guys think you have to be landlords. You don't have to be a landlord. You got to own it, right? We're in 2025. You're not walking around knocking on doors asking people to collect rent. That's not what this is all about, right? So if you decide to lease it out, you'll have a property management company that can handle that. If you want to sell it, Ms. Ty Bilbo is one of our key real estate agents. She can help you list it to sell it. And you could be in a situation just to walk away with your profit. But this is the property that we're developing. When we talk about luxury affordable housing in Houston is $350 and under. So we priced this project at $300,000, right? And we'll go through the numbers of what it's going to be, but you're going to be anywhere between 300 to 325 on the exit strategy on this project, and it only takes about 160,000 to build. Somebody do the math for me. That's about 140,000 in profit, right? Because somebody just put profit in the chat. This is what we're talking about when you talk about equity and partnering with a development company and having an exit strategy of profit. You have to have profit. If you were to go to the market to buy this house, once it's done, that person would pay 300,000 to 325 for something that you built for 160. That's the game of real estate. When you talk about partnering with Base as a development company, that everybody in our network, not outside, but all you guys are in our private network, you get the builder's rate. When you look at our presentation and we say preferred rates, those are the rates that it costs to build the development. This is why the profit margin is so strong on having a $25,000 deposit, getting a construction loan with a person like Kristen on the call to be able to get you a construction loan, and you're putting up 10% of that. So you're about 16,000 in and holding costs for about 4 to 6 months. And you're talking about that whole project is managed and taken down and sold or equity cash out refi, and you walk away with a bag. That's truly the game, right? So let's go ahead, Terry. Let's keep moving. Absolutely beautiful. So let's go through a couple of the packages, and I just kind of hit on this a little bit. So if you're a person to take down package one, right? So you want to do the 12-month mentorship. So let's talk about what comes with that. So if you're a person right now, we believe in doing everything in the name of business. So if you invest $25,000 into your lot, it could be considered part of your mentorship package because you get 12 months of mentorship. And guess what? For a person who's doing that, that's a write-off. So all you guys that put $25,000 in to put a deposit on your lot, you can write that off for your taxes this year under training and mentorship, right? So that's what you need to do. 12 months of mentorship, you got your lot taken care of. This is taking care of all your soft costs, permits, plans, and everything else associated, your blueprints that's needed. If you were to do this out of pocket yourself, it would be way more. So if you're that person who does that, if you want to resell it at 300,000, total cost in, you talk about 160, 140% profit. That's an ROI of 88%, ladies and gentlemen. So if you look at holding this property for 4 months, because it's going to take us about 90 to 120 days to build this once we break ground, you're only talking about 3,000. That's a net profit of $137,000. Is that okay? Can somebody put profit in the chat? Is that okay with you? Can you see them numbers? I know I'm from Jersey. I talk a little fast, but I think y'all catching what I'm putting down. That's a clean profit of being able to build at a wholesale and selling at a retail. Supply and demand is business 101. Option two, if you're a person that say, hey, listen, I don't want to sell it. I just want to take my equity out, right? I got so much equity. If you bought a home before already, just put a 1 in the chat so I know who I'm talking to. If you've already bought a home, put a 1 in the chat if you bought a home. Now let's just be honest, right? Because some of these numbers, might scare you a little bit, right? If you've never done this type of project. So let's just be honest. When you bought your house, did it take you months or years to start accumulating equity? Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. Did it take months or years to start seeing equity? Isn't those first 3 years or 5 years or 10 years, don't most of that payment goes to your interest? Let's be truthful.
Or 7.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to the interest, right? And so when you're talking about building a project and from the time you're done, you have equity on it where you have an 88% ROI, is that not incredible? See, this is the part of the game that they don't teach us when you're talking about go buy your first house, go buy your first house. Yeah, you go buy it, but you're buying it at retail, right? And now you're paying interest for years and you're not even tapping into your principal. You cannot build generational wealth and have equity with no equity in your property. So if you're a person to do a cash out refi and you take the cash out, right? You got about $80,000 back in your pocket. Your mortgage payment is about $1,400. Rent range is running from $2,000 to $22,000. So you got a smaller cash flow on your monthly, but it's still covering your nut that you have for your rent, right? And you got a nice cash flow of $7,000 to $10,000, right? Is that cool for you? That's a good walk away. So with a cash out refi with $80,000 in your pocket, are you guys okay with that? So somebody put yes or no. Are you okay with that? That you still own the property, you got 20% of equity still in it, you took $80,000 out to put back into your pocket, right? And because it's a cash out refi, that's a loan, so it's non-taxable, right? So it's a non-taxable event because it's a loan against your property. And now you can rinse and repeat and put that money into a new project. Guys, this is the secrets of the wealthy. This is how you get ahead financially and be able to put yourself in a winning situation. As we call it in base, we call it stacking wins. You know what I'm saying? You got to stack your wins. So our purpose of our group, why are we teaching this to a group? Because our goal in the next 12 months to have 500 to 1,000 people in our group that we've taught this, that you've stacked enough wins that we could do any project with our group, period, who has the portfolio without even having to go to the bank. And if you go to the bank, it's just to leverage more of their money, but you have enough wins that you're comfortable with yourself. Are you guys okay with that? This is why we do what we do. This is why we built the syndicate. So let's go through some of the experiences, right? So Terrell's company's been doing this in Houston 22 years, new construction for the last 7 years. So I'm gonna let him talk about a little bit about the projects that they've already done, just so you guys understand this is not the first time that's been done. This is not our first rodeo. So go through these projects real quick, Terrell, and tell the people where these homes are.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like I said, it's always important to say, have these people done this before? You got a lot of people online saying we do real estate, we do this. Well, this is what we really do. So, when you're selling a home and like you can see my wife's sign right there, and then my other cousin sign here. So we've been keeping it in the family for a long time, guys. So you guys are just an extension of the family. But what's most important about houses? You talk about the kitchens and the bathrooms, right? Kitchens and bathrooms. So this one right here was over there in Fifth Ward, right there off of Lockwood, right on San Juan. So this was one that we did a couple of years back. This is one when we started out there in West Columbia, half acre lot. So we come from a custom home development standpoint. So when we come in to do affordable housing, doesn't mean that it has to look cheap, doesn't mean that it has to look cheesy. We're still gonna make sure that it's beautiful, right? So these are some of the developments that we've done already. Again, kitchens and bathrooms, that's what really counts, right? And then this is again just to show you the scope of our work. This was one of the best rehabs that I think we've done in our career. I would say that, but we took this one from ashy to classy, right? So most people look at that and they won't even think that's the same property, but it's the same property. So when you look at the craftsmanship that we provide to our group and what we've been doing for 7 to 8 years now, you can be comfortable that you're going to get a quality product. All right.
Absolutely beautiful, man. That last picture always do something to me, man. That last one, that last one is something, man. That really was actually the classic. That was a Biggie classic too. That was one. So this is one of my favorite slides, guys. You guys know me. No finance has been my background. Excuse me. And so when we talk about what are we doing to keep our assets in the family, this is why this slide is so important here. When we're talking about wills, right? How many of you guys have always been told, get a will, get a will, you should get a will? How many of you guys ever heard that before? Just get a will. Make sure you got a will. When a person passed, the first thing we ask in our community, do they have a will? You guys heard that before? Is that still just in North Carolina? You guys heard that where you live in Texas and everywhere else? They say get a will, right? Why nobody told us that a will still can be contested? Why nobody told us that you could still end up in probate, which means you're in front of a judge and someone's contesting the will. Now all the assets are tied up until it's sorted out. That's not good, right? One of my cousins just called me because the will, he got a home that his grandfather left him, and they had a will, right? Because he's old school, he did what they said, right? Now that property itself is tied up with a bank is threatening to take the house that his grandfather left him because the family arguing over it and the grandfather left it to him, but the son don't want him to have it. This man knew who he wanted to get a house to. He wanted to give it to his grandson. His son is arguing that he wanted. Now my cousin just stopped paying it to the bank altogether. Now the bank is about to take the house. That's just crazy. But it happens all the time in our community because no one says you should get a trust. Everyone says you should get a will. So what do we do growing up and we don't do our research to see really what we should do? We just do what everybody told us to do, right? But that's not right. If you get a trust, this is what we recommend. You should buy the property in the LLC. You never buy a property in your social security number. Write that down. United States of America is a corporation. Look it up. United States of America, INC. It's a corporation itself. So what that means in the United States of America, everybody who does business in an EIN number and a business has more leverage. Okay, write that down. Make sure you understand that. So what we say is you buy the property in your LLC as an entity, not your social security number as you as an individual. So now you separate yourself. You have a layer of protection. Do you follow me? Now let's take that LLC and put it inside an irrevocable trust. Now you have access to the assets, but you don't own them. Hello. So now if a person sue you, right, you don't own it. If a person, you get divorced, you don't tie it up. You had child support. I was getting something to eat today, and this old guy was talking about how his baby mothers are trying to gang up on him and take his businesses. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my God, bro. If he would have put it in the trust, it just wouldn't be a thing. I said, well, maybe you should just take care of your kids. You know what I'm saying? That you wouldn't even have that problem. But that's a story for another day, right? So anything that's connected to you and your social security number, you don't have that problem because you don't own it anyway. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to put it in an LLC, take the LLC, put it inside of a trust. Now you have separated yourself from the assets. Now, when you're talking about when you do transition from this earth, right? Now there's no probate. Does that make sense? Make sense in the chat, guys. That makes sense to you. There's no probate because the trust already outlines the beneficiary and who it goes to. And so there's no tie. Have you guys ever heard of the Kennedys or the Rockefellers, right? Or the Rothschilds or anything like that? These are wealthy families who understand proper business infrastructure. And unfortunately, in our culture, we have not been taught proper business infrastructure. So everyone's operating off of old indoctrinated principles that don't even work anyway. So what we want to do here in Base, we want to teach you the proper principles of how to protect your property. So now you have true generational wealth. Now let's take that property and put the right insurance products around it. So now the asset is always protected. Guys, that's free game. The gentleman who actually do our trust for us will be at the workshop, right? So if you're going to be in Houston, you're going to be able to get a one-on-one with attorney Christopher Watson to be able to show you how to do the structure. We can't tell you what to do, but this is what we strongly recommend you should do to create generational wealth. Does that make sense, everybody? Put make sense in the chat if you guys are following me. We're just trying to make sure you not only do you create a profit, but you understand how to protect your assets. The one thing I learned from being in business for the last 20 years is one thing you better learn is how to protect yourself from the IRS. You know what I'm saying? You have to protect yourself from taxation. And it's something called a 3-level trust. And you can write this down. You need to have a family trust, a business trust, and a charitable foundation. That's a 3-tier cake of how you can mitigate your taxes. One of my mentors, business did $8 million last year. He showed me his taxes. He owed $1.5 million to the state, to the federal, and 500,000 to the state. When he went through his trust and the CPA finished it, Christian, you will love this statement I'm about to say right here. His tax liability for the federal government was $100. His tax liability, not 40% that we've been tricked to believe if you make more money, you pay more taxes. His tax liability, because he had proper structure, was $100. It took him $5,000 to set up each trust. So let me ask y'all a question. Would you pay $15,000 to properly structure your business to eliminate $1.5 million worth of taxes? I just want to ask y'all in the chat. Would that business mindset make sense to you to slow down for a second and structure your business correctly? Not doing what Paw and them said do 15 and 20 years ago and 30 years ago. Would it make sense to you to properly structure your business and invest $15,000 to do the right structure, not being cheap in the wrong area, paying professionals to set you up correctly, to only pay $100 versus $1.5 million? This is the game that we teach you in Base. So when you look at our Prairie View project, right, we acquired 8 acres. Let's move on to the student housing. So everything that you heard was the affordable housing project, right? Let's move to the student housing project. This is a totally different project that we're working on. 770 beds. You're talking about approximately rent from the students on their tuition, about $850. So this is approximately an $8 million project per year. Now, to build this project is going to cost us $40 million. So we have an investor that's working with us to be able to take this down, and they absolutely love this project. There are 99 HBCUs in the country. Our goal is to take this project that we're doing at Prairie View and show it to the other HBCUs, but we already have 6 or 7 that's interested to take this proprietary process that we're about to show you guys and help fill the gap. It's about 1,000 to 1,500 bed shortage at all the HBCUs across the country, right? South Carolina State needs it desperately right now, right? And so when you look at this deal, we have an opportunity to have a 3-tier process of a win-win-win. Students can now be able to get into college. I always say 2 generations ago, we wasn't able to get into the colleges. Now, 2 generations later, they don't have the beds for our kids to go to school. My daughter goes to Livingstone College. In her sophomore year, she did not have a bed. I've been paying $2,500 a month for the last year and a half for my daughter to be able to have better housing because they did not have housing for her And the housing that they did have, she didn't want to stay there, right? Are any of you guys have parents in college? You know what I'm talking about? When you send your kids to college, don't you want them to be in a safe place? True or not true? Just put yes or no in the chat. Do you want your kids to be safe, right? I do. It meant a lot to me. I seen my daughter GPA go up a whole point because she had better housing. This is the floor plan, right, that we're looking at to build this particular development. So when you look at, you have the pond right there where that water area is at. We're going to build some retail there. So it'll be a coffee shop there for the kids, a pizzeria area. We even looking at having a barber shop or a nail tech spot over there because we know our kids like to look good and that type of jazz, right? So everything they need to be right there on campus. And so when you look at what's going on right now, guys, this is the future. So we call this the legacy loft. Terry, you can go ahead and show them the picture now. Would you be okay if your kid went to a college and this was their dormitory? All right. Can you imagine this facility being at the HBCU near you? So when you look at mass timber and the development of this particular project, it takes us 18 days to build this particular structure. Where you're talking about high level technology, what typically would take 2.5 years to develop it, we could develop this structure right in a year, from clearing the ground to building up the box that you see, from all the roads being paved to the electrical, from the civil, from the water, and being in a situation where it's already fully leased up. We have a company called Asset Living that's going to be the property manager, top 3 in the nation, that will be managing this particular property for us. This is what we're working on. So when we say after the Laura Koppe Project, the minimum investment to be able to get inside of a base syndicate project is $100,000, because at $100,000, that if you invest to go into this particular project, you'll get an 8% rate of return on your money. That's the market going rate for investments. Look it up. It's 8%, right? You'll have an 8% rate of return on your money indefinitely, right? So this is why we call it the legacy loft. Every HBCU that we build this project for, I'm gonna give you some free game on this, will have a separate entity structure, LLC, that every HBCU has its own standalone documentation, and every investor is an equity owner in that particular project. Ooh-wee. That's legacy, guys. You're talking about building for the long term. Terrell, Prairie View's been around since 18 what?
1876, 149 years.
It's 149 years.
149 years.
So it's pretty safe to say it'd be around for another 100 years or so, huh?
At least 100. We could probably get at least.
And so that's the
Probably at least
legacy,
100.
guys, of what we're talking about. So this is our project. I'll let Terrell tell his story about this, because he actually went to Prairie View on a football scholarship. So talk about what you saw with this 27 years ago, of how this kind of came back full circle.
Yeah, man. So, got to the campus in 1998, football scholarship. And because I played ball, I had housing, but a lot of people around me didn't, so I think at the time it was probably close to where it is now, but a little bit worse. It was anywhere from 1,000 to 1,200 people that didn't have no place to stay, and it was crazy. My best friend actually slept on my couch. So it was I just seen it. I don't know where it came from, because I had never done real estate before, but I just came up with a plan. God dropped it in my spirit, let do housing. So, a friend of mine at the time, her dad was a architect. So I went to him, got the plans, put it together. I had the plan: 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 12 units, 24 units. I was going to be rich before I left Prairie View, right? So my cousin was the vice president at Washington Mutual at the time. Took it to him cuz I got it. This is it. And he looked at me like, man, you're going to need about $1 million to do this. And I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to focus on my books and football, because $1 million, I don't know where that's coming from. But when we acquired this land, I did the math, 1998 to 2005, that's 27 years later. 27 years later, a vision that God dropped into an 18-year-old's head, now at 45, is coming to fruition, and it's bigger than I could have even imagined it would be. And this is what we're looking at right now. So this is our legacy. This is what we're planting. And like Sloan said, we can probably get about 100 years out of this, if we're lucky. So I'm looking forward to it.
It's beautiful, guys. So we'll dive more into that right at the event, because the gentleman who actually works for the company that's actually erecting this building for us is one of our keynote speakers. He will be speaking from Zoom on the event. So all you guys will be in Houston in the room. You'll get a chance to see this firsthand. So this is what I'm saying. You gotta be in the room. Like, you have to be in the room to get this information, right? Because if you were to try to Google and find these people, man, it's crazy. Like I don't even think you could assemble this team just trying to search where would you know to start, right? To be able to find the people to do this type of project, but we've been able to acquire it, right? So we've given that free game to our whole community, on the 11th and 12th in Houston to be able to get this information firsthand. So that's what we keep telling you, RSVP, tell a friend to tell a friend, and we'll continue to do this event every 8 to 10 weeks to make sure you guys get the game. So the sister that's going to be in Atlanta, we'll give you the date ahead of time, and in December make sure you're at the event, right? So you want to build on this, guys, to make sure you get it. We're going to do this round robin to make sure our community get this. So as we said, to wrap this up, right, $100,000 minimum. It's going to give you a 10% rate of return for 12 months, 15% rate of return over 24 months, quarterly interest only payments. All that money goes into this first phase of this development, right? That's where the money goes. We share profits as we develop and build. This is how the project is broken down. All right. So being in the network, so all you guys is inside the base family. This is what you get right here, right? So you get first rights of refusal. So when we come up with a project like we're doing for Laura Koppe, everybody in our network has an opportunity to get it first. No one gets it outside. Again, today was the first day that if you're not in base, you've even seen this or even heard of it, because you have to be invited to get this information. This is for the closed network only, right? The preferred network gets the preferred rates to be able to buy, build a cost. Again, it increases your profit potential drastically because you're able to get it at a wholesale versus a retail. So you're building at wholesale to sell at a retail. This is the power of being inside of a network. All right, go right ahead, brother. All right, so let's wrap this up. So when you look at the benefits of this deal, quarterly payments, asset protection, transparent reporting, a clear exit strategy. Again, if you want to build a house on Laura Koppe and just sell it, no problem. You can sell it to somebody in the network, work out a deal. You can talk to us and sell it back to the company if you want, right? Because we would prefer to hold them long term because we know what's coming. So if you want to get out and want to sell, hey, we'll buy it back from you. No big deal to us, right? We want to continue to have more rooms available for what we're developing in the future. Or if you want to do a cash out refi, take the money out and put a renter in there, let the property management company rent it from you. Guys, a clear exit strategy. I don't believe anything in business you should go into without knowing how to get out. Does that make sense? So we're telling you up front, you can choose which way you want to get out. All right. So long-term community impact, we're building legacies over here at base, long-term sustainable developments, right? Building on purpose. That's a big part of this. Yes, we're going to make profits because we're in business, but when you're talking about building something that has a purpose attached to it, it makes it bigger than you. It makes it bigger than us, right? It's all about what we do together. All right. All right, so this last slide right here, guys, you can take a screenshot of this. This is Mr. Billboard and my contact information. If you don't have it directly, this is how you get in contact with us. And any information, one-on-one calls, we open for them. We do them all day, every day. But this was the last call, right? We know going into next Friday, these properties will be gone, right? They will be gone. So if you saw an opportunity today, I always say, if you see something good, make a good decision, right? If it checks all your boxes, if it's in your buying box, if you want to invest $25,000 to take down a lot to make $130,000 profit, this is your opportunity. I think we've made it clear of how we do what we do, right? We're managing this project directly. And the biggest thing of this deal is the mentorship, guys. I talk to so many people that's in real estate on so many different scales and opportunity, but they don't know how to do new construction builds or where to start. You get a chance to work with the development company. All of us on this call live somewhere, an apartment complex, in a subdivision. As I said on my post today, that means somebody had to have the vision to build it first, right? And then you came along and you bought what they already had envisioned 10, 15, 20 years ago. You're in a position right now that you could be a part of the visionary side. That's where you are. You're on the front end of what other people will live at in the future. This is true legacy, generational wealth building, and you get an opportunity to stack your wins and get the mentorship of how to do it. If you did it on your own, yes, you can do it, but you do so much better doing it as a group where you can cut your costs, you can cut your mistakes, and accelerate your profit margin. All right. So we're gonna open it up for Q&A. Terry, you don't have to cut off the recording. Let's leave the Q&A open this time around. So guys, if you have any questions, this is our presentation. This is what we're doing in base, and our whole deal is to teach you how to leverage. So let me say this up front. Yes, we do have lenders that can handle the construction loan for you. So those of you who may be questioning, how do you get your construction loan? Where do you start? We have lenders for the construction loan. We do have lenders also to be able to have with business credit, or if you have an LLC and you want to get it funded, to be able to help you take down multiple lots and manage your costs at a 0% interest over 12 months. We do have lenders for that put in position. And when it comes down to putting your package together to get it ready for your construction loan, as a company, we will help prepare the package to turn it over to the lenders to make sure you're good to go. And it's not credit based. We just make sure you have your down payment to go against your construction loan. Those are some of the main questions that people ask when they hear this for the first time. How do I get this process going? Base is a one-stop shop. We have everything already in-house. The question of it is do you see an opportunity for you and your family? And if you see the opportunity for you and your family, then we'll walk you through the process, right? Bilbo can send over the agreement to you. You can lock in and we can grow and jump inside this mentor train and let's build something. So let's open it up for Q&A. If you guys have any questions, the floor is all yours.
Yeah, when and where is that event taking place?
October 11th and 12th, and it's at the Palm Center. It's 533. Don't give me the line. I'm sorry. I'll give it to you, but I think it's 55333 Griggs. But I'll send you, Eric. I'll send you the flyer so you can have it. But it's October 11th and 12th. Doors open up at 9 o'clock. We start promptly at 10 to 3 both days. Saturday, we will be doing a VIP dinner at 5115 in Saks Fifth Avenue in the Galleria. And following after that, we'll do the after-hour meet and greet at A1 Cigar Lounge. And then on Sunday, again, 10 to 3. And then we'll actually do a field trip out to the property so everybody can see, feel, and touch the dirt.
Okay, cool. Appreciate it.
Man, that was Eric the whole time. I didn't know that was Eric. What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Blessed, man. Blessed. I'm over here on the clock getting paid to learn from you guys.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Best way to go.
Good to hear your voice, man. Eric is one of the investors in the project too, man. We're real proud of Eric, man. Proud of you, brother. Looking forward to seeing you in the room.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right. Anyone else?
Hello, this is Jania Woods, Ms. Good News. How you doing, Adrian?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Doing good. Hello to everybody.
What's up, Jen? I just seen who that was. What's up, sister? How you doing, man? Glad you hopped in here. Miss Good News.
Good
Miss
news.
Good News. What's up, Good News?
How y'all doing? Look, I caught the tail end. I just came out of another meeting, but I just wanted to make sure that I was clear. So for the people who don't want to ask the question, and I'm asking a question too for myself, you said that we may not know how it all gonna work out. Credit may not be the best, but all you need is a yes from us, and y'all will walk us through the steps, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, you got a yes from me.
All right. All right. All right. Good news. Give me some good news. So me and Miss Good News grew up together, guys, man. A1
Yes.
personality. I mean, I'm talking about heart good as gold. And she runs a radio station, the FM station for the college out there, Livingstone, man. Ain't that something? That she got her own show. She done grew up on me, y'all. She done grew up on me. I'm proud.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Yep. So I'll reach out to you after the call and we'll put it together, Gina.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna throw my 2 little cents in there, especially for the ones on the construction loan part of it. So I think he may have made mention that I am a lender as well as a CPA. So what I specialize in, especially for self-employed people or investors, is that I do a full evaluation. I will go over what structure, not say what structure, but like I said, we're all kind of on the track of going that LLC route, but I do funding for construction loans. So like I say, I'll make sure that your financials are together. If we're going, even if it's not a brand, even if it's a brand new LLC, because most of the time they either want you to be in business 2 years or more. But because I do have those extra couple letters behind my name, I do have lenders that are willing to work with us if it's less than, especially if I can show a very strong use case for it. So like I say, don't focus and don't stress too much, because like I say, if it's a credit issue, we can work around it, because like I say, even with other lenders or other partners within the group, but those are truly my specialties.
Absolutely. That's Miss
Yes,
Bradley.
ma'am.
That's Miss Bradley, yo. She gonna make sure you get the house, man. She gonna make sure you get the monies, the monies.
Hey, company A&K Mortgage, the slogan is "There's a way with A&K. May not be today, may not be tomorrow, but I guarantee you going."
I like it. I like it. All right, so y'all gonna hear from Christian front and center at the event. She gonna make it happen, man. See, this is the power of the network, right? So a lot of the stress or anxiety you might feel about, I ain't never done it before, how I'm gonna do it. What we try to do a good job of, guys, is make sure we put all the professions in the right place. That's what we try to make sure we did a good job of as we built this project, is whatever the team would need is on the team. Does that make sense? Is in the team. So we don't have to go outside looking. This is this family business. This family business. So we're gonna get it done. So exactly as Angela just said in the chat. So Angela, Kristen was one of the ladies I was talking about earlier for the construction loan for you. Here she go right here. Miss Jenkins will be at the event. And you guys will get a chance to be able to talk face to face and put a deal together. Because Angela want to build the whole development. She don't want one or two. She want to build the whole thing. Angela want to build a whole block over there in Houston, man.
Hey, me and Angela on the same page.
That's so funny. But you ain't lying.
I already
I'm dropping my I'm dropping my phone number, and I'm gonna put my email address in there as well. So
Thank
like
you
I
so
say,
much.
if anything come around, like I said, I have a couple of my people on here or whatever. They are actual clients of mine too. So if you need a extra
good.
couple suggestions or referrals and all that good stuff there, I'm really good at what I do.
Well, you said Jackson, so I work in Jackson, and I got a couple of houses in Jackson. So
Listen,
I already know you
listen.
good people.
Listen, look, see, that's what I'm talking about. We need listen. I got a lot on Printing Street that listen. The whole block, I'm trying to handle that. We need to talk.
Yes, and I'm gonna be looking for your number, sis.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Hey, Teddy, you realize when people from the same area, they accents start coming out.
Yeah. They drop the proper talk and they start talking like that at the crib.
First off, y'all not gonna do it. So.
Absolutely, absolutely. So anybody else, and I gotta take a quick break. I want y'all to see that. Y'all see that?
Turn dirt into dollars, baby.
Turn dirt into dollars, baby. The merch is out. You know what I mean?
That's how they doing on the street, man. That's beautiful. You guys will be able to see those at the event. That was Terrell's idea, man. So it's always beautiful to see the vision come to life, man. Congratulations, man. You got a medium over there for me, Doc? You got a medium?
Bro. I do. I gotta make sure they can see your heartbeat. You know
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. You know, I've been in the gym, man, so I need to make sure I'm good and swole. And so we need two for the. There you go. Absolutely, Jim.
You got y'all already.
All right. Anybody else? Great call, man. Great call. I'm glad you guys was able to be able to get on here and connect with each other. This is what this is all about right here. This is what it's all about. Jennifer and her husband, too, one of the investors in the project out of Atlanta. Atlanta, flew down to Houston, did a field trip with them. Beautiful couple. Came down to do some business. And man, I'm excited for you guys. Congratulations. And make sure y'all come in with them, y'all stepping high. When we go to that VIP dinner, that's dressed to impress, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody that's an investor on that project, you know, the event, you can come, you know, regular business manager, comfortable, but that 6 to 8, man, I just like that picture right there. You see that professional picture you got right there, Miss Jane? I see you now. There you go. There you go.
There you go.
What's up, baby? What's up?
How y'all doing?
What's happening, Kevin? How you doing, man?
We've been tuned in.
That's what I'm talking about. You got the president on here, man. What's going on, Mr. President?
Yeah, what's happening?
I'm good. Good to see you,
Good
brother.
to see y'all, man.
Yeah, good to see you. Yeah, good to see you guys. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Anybody else? Welcome to the Bays family, y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. I wish I could make the event at least. Oh, come on. At least you're gonna be going out of town. Oh,
She's
out the
about to leave the
country.
country.
Oh Lord. I told you she big time. You're leaving the country. She ain't leaving the city. Come on.
No, yeah, I'm going to Europe for a couple months. So if I was gonna be close, I would definitely come back, obviously, and try to make it. But I know it sounds like an awesome event. That's cool. You guys added the Saks Fifth too to it. That's gonna be a good time.
Absolutely. Well, y'all take a picture of that picture up there. That's Miss Big Time right there. That's Miss
You're funny. Nah, but I'm excited to be working with you guys, in a bunch of ways. Shout out to Miss Ty on the call here. I think she's still on here, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's still on.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
still here.
She's about to list one of my houses for sale tomorrow. So
Yes, yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
Let's
yeah.
go.
Yes,
Ty.
excited.
Let's go, Lord, Ty. Okay.
Yeah, I want to just say thank you so much to her because, when you're like running around trying to, I got a hole in the wall, I got this and that. So she's been super helpful. And Terrell too. They both have been so helpful the last couple of days. So
Yep,
Absolutely. That's what it's all
absolutely.
about. It's all in the community. It's in the family, y'all. That's what it's all about. So safe travels, sis. We'll see you when you get back on this side of the water. But safe travels.
thank you.
We'll make sure we connect before you get out of here.
Yes. Yeah, we'll stay connected. I'm excited to see everything. And I can't wait to see these houses put up for the Laura Koppe Project. This is going to be awesome.
Absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely. All right.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
I got a question, Adrian.
Okay, go right ahead.
So what if we're unable to attend this event that y'all got going on in Houston? Are there any options to still be a part of this development? Is it an option to still be a part of, I think, what is it, base 25? Like what is that like?
No, all the opportunity is gone. If you ain't in the
Uh,
event, ain't no opportunity for you.
don't say that, man. Don't say that. I know y'all got something. I know
No,
y'all
no,
got
you got
something.
you gotta peek through the window, man. You
Uh,
got no, man. If you can't make the event, again, the lots are available up until they not, and so you can still lock in the lot. You can still get the mentorship package and all that type of jazz. And so the live event is just be the first one that we do. To be able to have everybody in one place, like you feel the energy on the call. You know how Derek's been with me for a long time. Shout out to my brother Bryce. And me and Derek got a decade in business together, man. Seen our kids grow up together. So I wouldn't leave you outside, brother. I wouldn't leave you outside. But if you can't make the event, you still can lock in the lot. You still can get the profits and you still can get the coaching. We will record the event itself. Because first of the year we'll have a platform from all you guys. I'm gonna give you a sneak peek today. I give you a little intel. We are creating a platform just for base. All base. So none of that school or Telegram kind of crap. We're a professional company. So all the videos on demand for all our mentees, you'll have all the content you need in one place. So put a fire in the chat for that, man. Because we're gonna do this deal right. We're gonna make sure you guys got everything that you need. So if you can't make the event, we'll post up the second event and then just schedule for that one ahead of time so you can be able to make the second one in December, but you still can lock in a lot on this particular project and still build with the company. All right. So
good stuff. Good stuff. Appreciate that.
You're welcome, family. Man, you looking presidential in that suit too, brother. I like that, man. I like that, man. It's something about the
You
ball
know
head.
how we do. You know how we
Ball
do.
head is winning out here, baby. The baldies is winning. Some of y'all brothers still trying to hold on to it, man. Just go ahead and cut the top off, man. If the sunroof already open, just let it go. Just let it go. So Billy and Cindy Cook, we locked in. Absolutely. Absolutely.
The Cooks and Miss Pat. Miss Pat on the line too. The Billy Cook and Cynthia Cook and Miss Pat Duncan.
Hey, what's going on, family? How y'all doing out there? Miss Pat. Oh, they trying to work the phones over there, Tara.
Technology, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, Miss Cook, how you doing, Miss Pat? So they'll be in the room, I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
we in the zone, y'all. We in the
Okay.
zone.
Okay, all right, I got you. I got you, Mr. Billy. We got you, baby. We got you. We
Yes,
locked in.
sir. Super
Yeah.
excited, man. Fantastic.
Absolutely, man. So y'all RSVP'd already, right? Y'all already registered for the event?
Come on, man. We think Cynthia got everything set up.
See, that's a good man right there. He just deferred to his wife. You
Refer
see?
to his wife, man. Yeah, she got it
Hey,
taken care of.
hey, most important is just making sure that you're locked in on these calls, man. Hey, I got on earlier. I was like, man, they ain't on yet.
That's a good man right there. That's how you win right there, Mr. Billy. We just taking notes from you, sir. We taking notes.
Man, taking notes and staying plugged in, man.
Absolutely. We're glad to have you guys. All right. Well, if you guys don't have any other questions, it's any other guest that was on the call that's not already in base, the floor is open for you guys too. You guys can ask any questions. Don't be shy. If you would like to ask a question, please help yourself. You can hop in. So Gina got her question. I'm gonna follow up with Gina. I'll get Derek situated. Anybody else? Let me see. Let me go up here. Crystal, we got my dear sister here, Crystal Webb. What's going on, sister? So very, very successful entrepreneur here in North Carolina. Grew up together also. Very, very dear sister right there. Sweet as she can be. Chris seen me come up from walking back and forth with my book bag on Terra. Right next door neighbors, man.
Yes, absolutely. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing
That's
good. Glad to
good.
have you. Congratulations on your shop and everything too. You doing
Thank
good.
you. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate it, sir. I appreciate it. We got to keep this deal moving.
Absolutely.
You know how we came up. We got to go get it. Ain't nobody
That's right.
got to go get it. So
That's right.
yeah, let me see if we had Alicia. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. All right. So Tremaine hopped off. Want to see if he had a question of Maurice. Okay, they all good. All right. So Bilbo, I'll let you wrap it up, brother.
Hey man, another great exciting call, man. Again, this is the energy that we love. This is why we do it. You know what I'm saying? This is a family atmosphere, but you know, having these conversations need to be more commonplace. And you know, the right things to do and how to properly, you know, put ourselves in position to be successful. And that's what we're doing here at Base, man. So everybody that you see on this call is because somebody thought enough of you to send you an invitation to say, hey, come join us and learn. Really, at the end of the day, that's what it's about. So I appreciate everybody that got on tonight, man. We're looking forward to it. October 11th and 12th is going down to Houston once again. Once again.
H-Town, here we go. Here we go.
Yes.
Shout out to everybody that hopped on, man. I appreciate everybody from the home team that hopped on too. Joe, I appreciate you, man. Love you, my guy. And let's keep doing what we're doing out here, family. So everybody book your tickets. If you need any questions about rooms or reservations, just give me a call. And you know, if you want to stay in that Galleria area, will be a good spot to be in. And so let's talk about if you need any help on accommodations, right? All right, so y'all have a great night. We appreciate you. And everyone that need a follow-up, I'll give you a call here shortly.
All right.
All right, y'all have a good night.
Take care. Good night.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right, good night, family.
Good night.